All right, good morning. Good morning. Turn this down. All right. Okie dokie. Getting a nice push right now. That 9:30 news came out, kind of took back a little bit of a potential bottom that was going through here. The 1 hour chart came back down. We had a nice engulf candle on the test below that previous swing, but then that 9:30 news came out and it took it right away. We are trying to bring it back. This is, oh, excuse me. This is a really clean pushback. Basically negating that 9:30 news altogether. We're basically back to where the market was before the news came out. Had a dip and then, but here we are. So, back up into yesterday's price action. We had a buy up right at the end of the day. And then we kind of went sideways overnight until early hours this morning. And then we basically took that move back. Checked a little bit lower. It looks not bad though. Like, I mean, this location looks fairly bullish so far. Guess we'll see the market thinks. But taking back that move kind of got priced in, and like demand seemed high down there. Okay, set some alarms on here. So I've got a trade going in the market. An alarm here and an alarm up here. Cool. All right. We got 2 minutes till open. All the news came out at 9:30. I don't believe that we have anything we need to be aware of as far as planned releases after session starts. No. Okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. All right, there's our open. Let's see if we can like retake this 83 level. If we can get back up above that little swing there, that'd look pretty good. That is quite important, I feel. It's like a nice clean one-time move straight back up right into this head that pushed us lower. Might get a little bit of hesitation here before pop over it, but feels like we want to get above it. Really rejected these lows quite quickly. Maybe we get a 5-minute retest of the moving average. Technically didn't even break below yet. Here we go. Come back down, do a little pullback. It was a strong move up, so we'll see if the pullback can continue to find some buyers here. First 5-minute candle to make a low on this whole move up. Guess we're about to find out how bullish it really is. A test underneath this 59.50 would be nice liquidity. If we keep going too much further, it's gonna look quite different. That's what we want to see for a bullish reaction. We tested liquidity under the swing. We just do not want to see this get rejected again. Otherwise, we're probably coming back down to test lows. We can find a nice balance shift here. If we come back down and we take out these lows that we just potentially put in with any conviction at all, I would expect a retest of the low. Ideally, this holds for longs anyway. It's already pulled back quite a bit. It's a pretty big bear inside candle. I feel like there's probably a lot of people waiting, ready to play either side of this. She's looking kind of scuffy. Oh, they gonna close it green in the last second? Yeah, okay. Can we regain 66? We've got 1 minute left in this 5-minute candle. I feel like it's gonna be pretty important. Do we get a spike? Do we get a spike? 10 seconds. Closed it as like a green doji. It reacted from a pretty good level though. If we can regain here, be good. Okay. Yep. That's good. That's really good. What the market was waiting for right there. We needed to decide which direction off that little swing. So in theory, now we get a test above 73. Hell yeah. Yeah. So we pulled back, we held, we extended again. Looks good if we can continue now. Longs would be happy. If I was short from any of this, I mean, that right there would have shaken me out. The hourly chart will look really good if we can actually get back up above this swing here. Hey, good morning, man. That's never fun. That's not how you want to start your day, eh? You're all good now, though? So we had the perfect little shakeout, which we were waiting for. We gained, you know, we climbed back above 66, which should result in the push above the 73 level, which we've gotten now. Everything's lining up for us to regain this 82 level, which then has a really good accumulation pattern down here on this last little leg on the hourly chart. We may see continuation to the upside, but next spot to check is above this 82 swing. No worries, man. It's storming here again. The old Friday winter storms again. Big stacked block order at 84, which is just above this, right into that liquidity pocket. Should act as a magnet. Gonna come and slurp that right up. Nice, right into the liquidity pocket. Nice, strong push. All right, so we achieved that, you know, major level we were looking for. So now let's see how the market reacts. See if we kind of flag up here, if we reject it aggressively. Give us a better idea. The next inflection point's not till like low 4500s, or the psych level of 4500 on the dot, even somewhere around there. It was kind of like a straight down move between here and there. And then really the next major level would be up above there. A little bit of a hesitation, but it actually never broke below even the previous 1 minute candle. The hourly chart kind of has a head and shoulders kind of come up, a little pullback here, head, pull back down and breaks the neckline, does the next shoulder. It's kind of in line with this side. It's a little scuffed, but we're holding. I don't really put much faith or anything in those patterns. I just it was just something that visually my eyes kind of noticed when I was doing my pre-work this morning. Well, we definitely didn't reject quickly, not yet. You know, we've traded up in here for a little bit of time now. There may be a pullback opportunity. I'd definitely be willing to do a 2 legs pullback flag style position up here. Presentation's a little scuffed now for a flag. We haven't even triggered a high 1 yet. There it is. See what happens here on the next extension down. Still interested in a 2-leg pullback for sure. I'd take one swing at it if it forms. As long as we don't really dive here. Oh, it's like a 10-point candle, man. Like actually like 9 points worth of risk. Not ideal. See what happens here. We might get this candle as a risk candle. Not a lot of accumulating though, a lot of just downward pressure instead. Yeah. Not really what we're looking for presentation wise. We are back now testing the top where we broke out of. Didn't hold any of these tops. Yeah, I've pretty much disregarded the 2-leg move now. Not interested in that kind of pullback. Not interested. A little bit too steep for me. I was like 3/4 of the move. Even if it does trigger, I'm gonna let it go by. There's the trigger. It didn't 1-tick fill it. If it regains that attempt, it may go. It's not regaining yet. Oh, it regained it. Can we continue now? It's a tricky trade because, I mean, for me, I don't want it to be on the other side of the moving average. I just don't. And it was too steep of a pullback, like 50% for me at max. The 5-minute chart is still holding above, and it is testing an okay area, to be honest, but it's just not AAA for sure. Not to say that it may not work. It's just not ideal for me. We achieved the first level. We can hold a higher low here. Look okay. Definitely give some longs some more hope. Yeah. I mean, it's trying. It didn't one tick poke. Maybe a little bit of a sell down, a trigger below that candle to get some shorts a little bit more encouraged, and then a squeeze. We got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. We'll see how it closes. I could see a 2-leg pullback trap right here. This is kind of like a nice short pattern, like a little micro 2-leg move up, potentially a rollover to get short off of, but it's on the wrong side of the larger time frame. Like the larger time frame, we're very bullish right now, other than this little pullback. So I could see like a potential trap for a squeeze maybe. Long 72, 75. Man, that's like a perfect spot. You may get it still, because that would trigger my complete theory that I'm sitting here thinking about. It would trigger underneath this candle to interest some shorts. No fill? Yeah. Didn't come back yet either, it just kept going. Yeah. 5-minute candle closed pretty good. I mean, we're back up here. So even though this 2-leg pullback was steep, still did work. 5-minute chart did test a pretty nice area. Makes sense. The theory on the entry is full extension for me back above the previous swing high or low. So I mean, I guess off these steep ones, maybe slightly less chance of it winning. You get a lot more to go back against, but your risk to reward for the move is very high. Yeah, no, I agree. Not valid anymore. Don't want it to come back there now. For my idea either. Found some selling pressure again, similar high. Whew. We definitely do not want to see it break below 68 or 69 level. It's a pretty bad reaction off the top again, though. May get a second leg down on the 5-minute chart, test below. We're holding. Okay, we didn't break below our 69 level yet. Little series of higher low swings here. Long 7,500 plus, yeah. 75. Oh, you took a trade in this candle here. Whew, that was dicey. Held though. He held. This looks good. There's definitely some sellers up here though. There is some pressure. The move didn't keep going aggressively. We didn't get a flag pullback. We got quite a steep one. The move back up is, you know, slowly grinding its way back up. Be careful about a failed breakout potential. Look at Bitcoin's price action from this morning. It's a 15-minute chart, but these failed breakouts, a push down and then a V straight back up and over. Man, that's some greasy stuff right there. We hit the perfect liquidity point. Still not that far away from it. I'm definitely gonna watch for potential failed breakout. Unless we get through with any kind of conviction. I think I'm too interested in any kind of trade through here, but we'll just wait. Yeah, I figured. All good. This last pop failed to make a high. Didn't retake this. We could see another check. See how much demand there is. Any block orders? Kind of. Nothing below that we can see right now. Not multiple hundreds anywhere. It was like 200 at 85, but it's not like we were looking at like the 900 one this morning was like a magnet, man. It just went right for it. We have a supply line here too. Kind of do. A little bit of a larger coil happening. We're really getting a bunch of overlapping candles here now. This 5-minute candle is going to close as a potential small inside candle. It did close as an inside candle. Checking below. Their 5-minute chart check below 66.75. Could hold a higher low, but failing to gain makes me believe that we're probably going to at least check below 66.75. Unless the demand down here is really high, but supply line's gone. Or demand line rather. I'd be interested in a potential failed breakout to the downside here under this level. We get a test down here. I don't want to play a high or low. If I got a hammer candle retest of this level, kind of would play into the 2-leg pullback on the 5-minute chart idea. Still holding well above our swing point, you know, if it ever even developed into that. It's definitely still holding a higher low, but bumping our head a little bit into a ceiling. Let's see. 5-minute chart looks pretty good. Maybe there's more demand down there than realized. Didn't even have to check below it. It's pretty strong pushback. A higher low 2-leg pullback, maybe. Does it come bounce back up through our supply line here? Little shakeout. We regain that 5-minute pivot here, 84. I think we're one tick from it. That's true. It is Big Friday. Bitcoin is juicing right now, though. Wow. We regained that level. Looks good. 2-leg pullbacks, full force, full fire. There's our extension. Now, do we actually close above? Can we get any kind of push above? It's a decent candle close. Real good. We get some continuation. If we can get above and stay above here at all, I suspect our next location will be this box. Fell through here quite quickly. Kind of makes sense. That's the next spot for us to come check. Take it back as fast as we lost it type thing. Potentially. Nice one-time push happening right now. Breakout candle looks good. I mean, it usually follows the kind of the tone of this market, I feel. I mean, it does its own little price action, but like when I was looking at it this morning, it was like back here, and I was like, man, I debated, like I very much love a shooting star rejection off a new high, and it barely ticked above a new high, and I would enter right there. However, there was no follow through. Like when I got to the chart, this was already forming, and there was nothing, no follow through whatsoever. Failed breakout with no follow through and just sideways action after that is really bad. Now the 9:30 news came out, and the S&P 500 sold off, and so did this market follow suit. But in my head, I was like, man, could be a really good buy opportunity because we had no follow through from that failed breakout. And damn, man, what a short squeeze. I am long, not Bitcoin though, a couple altcoins. Hey, good morning, man. Nice. Got some coil action happening here.
I like the way you
We triggered a high one. $14 points, hell yeah. Did you grab this move here? I'm gonna play this 2-leg pullback if it forms here. It's nice looking. I just don't want it to spike all the way up before the candle close happens. It's about as AAA setup as I could get. See if it extends. Or if she's a debater. Didn't get one tick filled. It's a good start. Nice, really nice. Yeah, I was looking here to see if we got a failed breakout to the downside, but it ended up holding a higher low and went quite nicely. Went really nicely, actually. We didn't get one tick filled, but we don't have much follow through yet. It's going to be super important for us to regain 89.50. Or she might be a debater. It did. I agree. Yeah, it did. We had a really nice pattern going into open too, and then that happened with the news. Ooh, I think I'm gonna get stopped out. Yeah. All right, that was great setup. No follow through. Not going to revenge trade a third opportunity. It still looked pretty good, like because we were holding that swing, and I was like, it's a long retrace, but maybe, you know, we keep going. It retraced too much for me to get long here, but after the 5-minute chart did that coil, I was like, oh, it could line up for a nice 2-leg move on the 5-minute chart and get a failed breakout to get long. And then it held a higher low, and I was like, well, all right then. No, I don't factor in psych levels. I mean, I never have anyway. That was as AAA pattern as it could get for me. That was beautiful. But because it failed, I fully expect like a nice retracement. The 2-leg move, when it forms really nice like that, the opposite is just as good of a signal. Like the 2-leg pullback trap works really nicely. Looks like we're coming back to test our line. I never have taken in psych levels other than like maybe like the big ones, like 4,500 or something like that. But no, just taking round numbers, I never have. Not to say that I shouldn't. Thought about it. I record it in my journal for that reason, because I've talked about it quite a bit. I've noticed so many times that like the stop loss works really well, because it's very rare that I get stopped out and the market goes back in my favor. Often if the 2-leg move fails, it prevents me from getting caught in like quite a bigger slide. Like I would have lost another 4 or 5 points there. So I could have taken a 1-to-1 trade in the opposite direction and paid for the loser. Definitely thought about it, and I write it down for now. Just trying to go off a 3. Testing decent level. Came back up, tested what we lost here. We can regain it, start to close back above what we lost. It could go off the retest of our moving average and stuff here. We're still kind of holding above this larger breakout area here. We haven't really started to get back down under it and close. The back test of the supply line kind of worked out. That's kind of cool. Very 85. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm thinking too. It needs to break back up above what we lost here and hold, or probably going to go down again. Bitcoin's still juicing. It's almost back to 40K. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we never got back up above what we lost. Another leg down. Yeah, you use psych level numbers, but like for me, it's just structure. This is what we just lost, and then we never regained it, so it makes sense to go lower. So we're retesting our 5-minute lows. Right through our 5-minute lows. Good test below our 5-minute lows. Be a nice profit target right there for anyone. If you play the reversal of the top of the 5-minute pattern, you'd want to take it at liquidity, which is right there, right under our last swing low. Makes sense. Yeah, holy sell-off, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'd say that there was a lot of longs that just ditched or got, you know, stop out big time. This would have been the maximum area. Anybody that had some of these lower entries that didn't take profits, unless they trailed their stop, this would be where the liquidity sits, right? So that would be where a bigger person would take profits, in theory, because they could. Yeah, the failed breakout did work. Not with any kind of signal for me. Unfortunately, it gave me like literally my AAA long signal. It jebaited me hard. But that's okay. See if we bounce off liquidity or if it's just positions flipping. The longer time that it took us to get up over that area was kind of what led me to maybe be on that side of the fence, but then the approach was pretty nice and we were holding up there. I kind of had disregarded the failed breakout, to be honest, until I got stopped out, and then I was like, all right. See if we actually get back down and go back below here again. So much overlap on the hourly at this level. It's like a widening wedge, like a megaphone. It did take a long time to get a weaker high, yeah. see if we can we break back below 69 here, or do we still hold a higher low? Yeah, yeah. That second extension that had no follow through was scary. It basically, as soon as we started to sell off, it was like, all right. Even though this was like, you know, it kind of tested some key areas. There's definitely some people who got baited into longing again off this pullback. But failing to hold that breakout was pretty important, so makes sense to pull back. Where was our open? We're like rated open level, eh? Yeah, we are. It's a big volume spike there in that candle too. Lots of contracts got traded in that push down. Excuse me. Look at this pump, boys. Sheesh. Look at that hourly candle. Holy. Yeah, man, it's there. It's like $200 from 40K again. And it may be already past it on some exchanges. Did roll over, did continue back into yesterday's price action level now, right? Or under yesterday, sorry. Back under yesterday's daily low. Didn't spend much time under there so far. Yeah, you can. There was actually quite an arbitrage moment the other day. I can't remember what it was, what coin it was, but it was like a 30% difference, man. There was something, I can't remember which one it was. I mean, you could probably find an article about it. It was trading at $5, $5.20 or something like that on Coinbase, and it was only trading at $4, like on the money, $4.10 on Binance. You could have literally just bought and sold. You would have had to wait the time, though. It does take time to send money between brokers. But I'm sure that there were some people who were successful in it. The difference in spread, like the difference in price lasted, I don't know, not a super long time, but I'm sure that some people were successful in doing it. 30% is a big difference. Some exchanges though take so long to move money from that it definitely would make it difficult. Just tested under our daily low. This is a great journal opportunity right here, right? Had a perfect AAA setup. A good example again of, like, at first I was revenge trading. Like a long time ago when I started trading this strategy, I had revenge trade for a high 3. But I found very, very quickly that the percent chance of that high 3 working if the 2 lost is so little that I stopped doing it. And instead I was like, man, playing the opposite, taking my stop out and flipping it often would pay for the trade and then some. And this is another great opportunity where the trade signal worked well in both directions. Took it long, the long failed, could have got short, and that was a great, failed breakout signal, failed flag signal at a higher high. Like, it was a great sell-off. Would have played into the original thesis of weakness up here. It's a good example of it for sure. Nice big engulf candle off our new low. It's strange. Crypto usually, for the last couple months especially, has followed this market to some extent. Not exactly, but it would be very difficult for crypto to pump when this is doing the polar opposite. But not today, I guess. I think this is the longest I've ever made it into stream that happened to go pee. We gotta put that on record. Hmm. On a smaller time frame chart, this has created a two-leg move, but on this one, there was no candles that made a low for me. And the second one followed with a one tick poke, nasty rejection too. Yeah, have a good weekend, man. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. Nice trades today. There's another low. Put it on a 30-second chart. Did it give it? Yeah, it did. First leg, second leg, short entry. I could tell just by looking at it that on a smaller time frame it gave it, but never changed my time frame in the past. I don't want to change up the system now. Got a nice close below extension too. Another push. Man, this two-leg move on the daily back to the moving average is still slowly kind of playing out. We're back to these tops though. A small candle, a little hesitation here. Your 49.75 tick. Nice, that should have filled you then for Shao. Kind of chilling down here. It's done multiple legs down now. Could see a little bit of a move back up, maybe, unless the pressure is really there. I mean, it's been a one-time push so far. We haven't had a single 5-minute candle that went higher than the previous one on that move down. That megaphone action, man, on the 1 hour at this level, right underneath here, it's nasty. There's a low one. We did find aggressive buyers in here earlier. Did you get long in here pre-market? Kind of flagging down here, flagging at lows. Oh, I got you. You're right. Oh, right. Yeah, you long grade here. Yes, my bad. I got you. We're gonna get another 2-leg pullback here. We did. Whew. Man, I gotta take it, right? Like I got it. I'm fighting the urge so bad. Have to take it if it happens. If it fills me in this candle. What was that fill? Ooh, it's already rejected. Yeah. Man, I don't know what just happened there, but the sim did not have orders to fill that order. Threw me in such a weird spot. So again, failed 2-leg pullback. We get a long spike. Damn. This might be one of those situations where it does the 3 and it will work potentially. Stop out and then start to go is enticing for a revenge trade, but still no revenge trade available. Can't do it. Can't start now. I fought the urge so bad. I was like, man, I don't want to take this trade. But then I was like, it's got all the qualifications. I technically got to take it. If I don't take it, then this is going to be the one that works. And so I kind of, even though it didn't really look AAA, still felt like I had to take it. The system said to take it, so gotta take it. I literally bought the top and shorted the bottom today. Just gonna put that out there. Well, I don't know that this is the bottom, but yeah, just funny.